More. Do you mind going?
Right. I think it's time we aired a few home truths.
But I asked you to leave.
Not till you've heard me out.
If you think that you
Yes,
can...
go on. Call the nurse. Do your usual cop-out, just like you did with Phil. You didn't care for him at all, did you?
Of course I did. I loved him.
So you keep saying. But when I think that he was shot just so you could lie there and fade away like some second-rate Juliet.
You don't understand.
Oh, yes, I do, only too well. You know what makes me mad? The fact I didn't get the chance to tell him not to bother.
You can't mean that.
If he could only see you now. Just haven't got the guts to get up and show him it was worth it, have you? No, I didn't think so. Don't bother about calling to the nurse. I've gone.
What kept you?
None of your business, Keen.
Yeah, well, that depends, doesn't it? You worked out a way to fix Murphy yet?
Yeah, one of your specialties. Drugs. You just get one of your cronies to plant some on him and I'll make sure the right people find them.
Yeah, well, you're losing your touch. I picked that as a frame in 5 seconds.
Not if we set it up to look as though he's dealing.
Forget it. We need something he can't talk his way out of.
Such as?
Such as if he were caught with his jocks round his ankles.
Oh, come on, Keen. They already tried that on me, remember, and it didn't work.
Yeah, well, I'm organising it this time. Desmond's mistake was that you weren't interested in the bait. I happen to know who Murphy's got the hots for.
Who?
Leave it to me. I'll fix it. As long as you can make sure you get a witness there tonight on his night shift.
Have to be earlier. Murphy's off at 5:30.
Huh, even better. Well, Four Eyes herself can be the witness. If you can get her there.
Oh, I'll get her there, Keen. Just you make sure that there are no slip-ups.
Hey, Jeff. Frank's gonna be after blood when he gets out of solitary, mate.
Works, no problem. Tell you what is beginning to worry me, though. That road out there. Wouldn't be hard to line up a target from there, would it?
Hey, you're right.
And what's to stop one of the blokes at Stir asking a friend to come over and take a couple of pot shots at us? And the whole world knows we're here now.
You don't reckon they would, do you?
I don't want to take the risk.
Righto, you two. That's enough of the chatting. You can move that on your own.
Hey, Murphy, I want to see the governor.
Oh, and I want to win Tats Lotto. Just get on with it.
I said I want to see the governor. Are you going to take me, or do I just front up and say you refuse me my rights?
The biggest mistake anyone ever made was giving you rights, McRae.
Knew you'd see it my way.
Move it.
Wasn't exactly textbook, I admit. More desperation than anything.
Did it work?
I think the message got through. Wish I could say the same about Bobby Mitchell.
I take it that didn't go too well.
You could put it that way. She seems to have a block about psychiatrists. You know any reason why?
Yes, we had a bad experience with one at the prison. Did a lot of harm to one of Mitchell's close friends.
I wish I'd known.
Do you want to have another talk to him? When we drop in at Wentworth?
Mrs. Reynolds, you just got out of hospital.
I just want to give Joyce Barry some moral support. She's had a pretty rough time from the department.
So much for 2 days off.
I feel fine. And you do want to talk to Mitchell again, don't you?
All right, in one condition. We stay no longer than we have to.
I promise.
Well, now that the story's out, we'll be sitting ducks.
We will do everything in our power to make sure that no harm comes to any of you. That's all we can do at the moment.
And in the meantime, we keep on working out there in that shooting gallery.
I needn't remind you that you are working out there at your own request.
Sorry, these just are not going to work.
Oh, what's wrong now, Miss Ferguson?
The rosters, they're complete chaos. Now, Brown and Radcliffe are down for 3 straight shifts and not a day off until next week.
I'll deal with that in a moment. All right, McRae, I will look into your problem. Now, if you'll just wait outside, I want to have a few words with these officers.
What's McRae whinging about now?
He's brought up a very, very serious matter.
Yes, he's afraid that a member of the Woodridge fan club might come after him with a pea shooter.
He may well be right. We'll just have to stretch our resources and make sure we get extra security for them.
Simplest thing to do is put them all into solitary with Burke.
If we do that, we'll get back to the same problem we had before.
Well, you'll just have to think of something, won't you?
I am trying, but I can't get anywhere if you two won't at least cooperate. Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, I thought you'd be at home.
Must be a workaholic. Can't keep away from the place.
Good to see you looking so healthy, Governor.
Yes, nice of you to drop in and say hello.
You misunderstand, Mr. Murphy. As long as Mrs. Barry doesn't mind, I'm back here to take over.
I just went to give him his food and he was awful.
What happened?
Oh, he's a dreadful man. He had these dirty fingernails and he ran his hand up my... Oh, it's too awful to talk about. Do you mind?
No, of course not, but something's got to be done about that bastard.
You want to relax, fix all men out like that?
Well, stop blabbing and serve the food, Mason. Pushing your dope while you're in the pound, Kelly. Up yours, Desmond.
Oh, Kelly.
Want to talk to you?
Guess who's our new top dog? And with Desmond's blessing.
He did it.
Smiling, I like. Beauty.
What about the screws?
Well, Ferguson's sweet, as long as we can help her get rid of Murphy.
Well, that'll take some doing.
Not if he's caught with his pants down. And I mean, with his pants down.
Who's going to be the lucky lady?
Well, you see, there's only one of us that he's really got the hots for. You.
Oh, no way. Forget it.
You're not thinking, lady. He's going to be having a go at you anyway. Why not do it for a reason? What do you reckon?
We still pushing dope?
Get rid of Murphy. We can do anything we like.
It's up to you, Kelly.
Mrs. Reynolds, this is crazy. You shouldn't be here.
What else could I do? I had to send Joyce home. She was at breaking point.
She was... I repeat that you have just come out of hospital. Surely there's someone else can take over the fort. That big one, what's her name? Ferguson.
You don't know this place very well. Every time Joan's taken over, she's been more trouble than she's worth.
All right, then, Murphy.
Oh, he's too much of a stickler for discipline. We'd have a riot in no time.
But there must be somebody else.
If there were, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Oh, are you going to continue playing nursemaid, or are you just going to let me get on with it?
What's the point? I may as well go home. No, I'm forgetting Bobby. I might have better luck now.
I hope so. Where do you want to see her?
Well, anywhere, as long as it's private, and not the hospital. We didn't do too well there.
Yeah, well, just a moment. I'll see if the visitor's room's free. From now on, the supply of dope will be out in the open and controlled. Any questions?
Yep. How about Kelly and her mates? Do they agree?
Of course they do. Don't you, Luke?
Mitchell, come with me. Oh, Keen, I forgot. There's a parcel for you. I'll get it for you later.
Ah, another fruitcake from Mum. Right, one more thing before we get back to work. The freak and I have worked out a way to give Murphy the big shove.
Right, what have you got planned?
Nothing you need bother your tiny mind about. You just stay away from loose cell in rec period.
Can we help?
Now, wait a minute. If this is going to affect all of us, we have a right to know. If the freak happens to be walking along...
Now listen! I didn't ask for this job, but I accepted it, so I'll give it my best shot. You want to question the top dog?